Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day myself. It's actually super late. I got sucked into watching YouTube videos, and now it's like 1:30 in the morning, and this video is supposed to come out in like 9 hours, and I haven't even edited either of my videos yet, and it's like, shame on me for getting sucked into procrastinating. But anyway, what I want to work on in today's episode is I want to do some work on the castle, and as you can see, some things about the castle have changed a little bit since the last time that you saw it, unless you were one of the people who was at my live stream yesterday. So what we did is we started working on the second level of the castle up here, or maybe this would be the third level, since technically the first level's about here, second level's about here, third, either way, we started working on this part of the castle. And what I want to do is I want to have 4 more towers, right? So in these corners, it's going to make the spaces right here a little bit tight, but that's okay. I think that's fine, especially since up here, when we put the floor in this little bit, this ring right here is going to go away. So it's going to feel a little bit more open, but making use of switching between confined spaces and open spaces is actually a really good thing in building, because you kind of, you come around this corner, you come to here, and then it opens up a little bit. Although there will be walls and stuff. I'm also planning on adding a couple turrets right over here, up in these areas. They look, they're basically, turrets are basically like towers, except they don't go all the way around, all the way down. Like they're like extensions that kind of stick out and allow defenders to shoot down, but they don't go all the way down to the ground. Think of them like little cups, almost. They kind of look like cups. And we're going to have a turret here and over here on this side. And then this will be an entrance into the castle itself. These towers that are going to go in the corner, here, and then over on this side, right over here and over there, those actually go all the way down to the base of the to the base floor. They go all the way into the ground. And architecturally, that's actually very important, because in reality, the only way that you'd be able to have towers sticking up that high is if they go all the way into the ground. You wouldn't be able to support a tower like that, just putting it on top of the rest of the castle. Like this would not be able to support it. So those towers need to go all the way down. What I want to do is I want to install 2 more towers, one here and one over there. However, that presents us with a little bit of a challenge, because these are 3, 1 in the corner, 3, 1 in the corner, right? And if I center that, I wish I had some blocks on me at the moment, but I don't. I'll go get some shortly. If I center that, we're going to have block, 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 corner, block, 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 corner. So basically, it's going to cut into the staircase. So I think what I want to do is I want to rework the staircase and maybe bring it up to about here, and then turn it and bring it up perhaps over here. And actually, that could work out relatively well, because I've marked out in the Great Hall a couple things. I'm thinking we're going to have 6 pillars here, 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 and then 1 centered on top of where my AFK fishing farm happens to be, which I haven't actually used in a few days. I should probably do that to accumulate some more mending books. I can pretty much throw all the other junk away, but it's the mending books that I need. Although I think Tango and Cub both have mending villagers now. Maybe I could buy some mending books off of Cub if I need them. But anyway, right up here, this is going to be a balcony. And this balcony is going to wrap all the way around the Great Hall. So what we could maybe do I don't have any ender pearls either. I need to go get some blocks. I'm so unprepared. It's horrible. Terrible of me. I'm such a professional. Anyway, let's grab some of this stone brick and we'll see if we can kind of make this work. Also, I should probably mention this staircase right here. I'm going to rework this entire thing. I'm not super happy with it. This is temporary. I think ultimately I want the staircase to go from here all the way out to about here or so. Maybe even longer than that. And then we'll have roads and stuff kind of going around, which will make it look... Right now it doesn't look very good for a couple reasons. First of all, it's very steep. And then also there's really nothing else around it. So it looks kind of out of place. But that'll be better once we actually kind of get working on some things. So what I'm thinking... let's just make like a little temporary staircase up here out of stone brick, right? What we could do is let's just punch out a hole in the wall. Okay, so right here, this is our level where if we were to bring this staircase up, right? If we bring it up, this is where we could make it kind of plateau. And then you could come in here, and maybe we could put a staircase, another staircase that leads up from like here and inside this room. That's how you access these upper levels. That might work. In fact, I think that would work a lot better for us. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I'll come back to you with a progress update in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back. So I've got some work done here in the Great Hall. We've got kind of a balcony in place, three wide, basically, with some pillars. I don't know. I think I'm going to use the spruce for supports, like they're holding this up. There's going to be more of them. I've only got the corners in place right now, but I think this will work. I am going to have to rearrange those other pillars. So what I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Oh, okay. I was thinking there was... Okay, cool. Even better. I was thinking that this was an even number for some reason, but it's definitely not. So maybe what we can do... So we can put a pillar here, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, these will be big pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we can do a couple of, like, just 2 pillars, but do them like this. Although those are huge. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to sort something out. We definitely need some sort of structural support, though, if this is going to have a raised roof of any kind. Definitely need some sort of structural support in there. Okay, so over here, I changed this up a little bit. I made this the staircase too wide instead, which leaves us room for a little door and a hallway that leads off over here. And then we've got rooms, you know, we have some space to go back there if we need to or whatever. Staircase comes up here, which provides you access to this balcony. There'll be dark oak fences going around the edges of the balcony. Tango and Zedaf. Rip again. That's the second time that Tango has died in like the last 5 minutes, and Zedaf just died from zombies as well. Need help? We'll see if they request our assistance. I would be happy to help them if they want. Anyway, so this will be our kind of our balcony area, our overlook that overlooks the Great Hall. We'll have to, yeah, looking at the pillars from up here. I don't think that's going to work because that's going to block our view of the entire area. I think he can handle about 9 more deaths before he needs rescue. That's awesome. Anyway, and then we've got this staircase that kind of leads up over here, right? So this will provide our access to the second floor. I still need to sort out how this is going to go. And just how big this building is going to be, because I have some parts of it marked out. Like, I know we're going to have an outer wall here. I'm kind of thinking that outer wall is going to extend like so. And over here as well. Remember, we did have the staircase here before, but we don't anymore. So I'm thinking this will be staircase. And then I don't know if I want... I mean, we already have a little bit of an extension here. So this could probably stay flat, right? Just bringing that across. That way the staircases bring you out to a point that's still within the castle itself. And then maybe here, this should be our center point. Yeah, this is the center of the castle. So maybe what we could do is like right here, we do a third tower? Or we could maybe even go... I could make that a very large tower as well, like these ones. That would be an option. And then, yeah, actually, I do like that idea. Let's do that. So what we would have then would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corner. Like so. Beautiful. And we need to fill that back in. Okay. So this whole center piece right here would essentially end up being one big tower. Oh, but then I'm going to be breaking my own rule. Or would I? Because I don't think there's actually anything behind this. Come to think of it, I don't... Yeah, I actually, yeah, this tower could, hypothetically, go all the way down, I believe. We just need to mark out down here where the limits of that tower are. So we can make sure that rooms, because this right here, this is the Great Hall, right? And we were planning for these to be like kitchens or something. We just need to make sure that when we do that, we're not messing anything up. So I think that'll actually work. Like this, right? And then this would be our actual tower, right? Like so. So this whole thing right here would be a tower. And we could put a little doorway right here, and this would go up. I'm not going to fill all the walls in right now, but that's kind of the general idea. I think that will work, like, pretty well, actually. Yeah. Yeah, and that'll create a nice, a very nice kind of interesting shape as well. We want to avoid having, like, super flat walls. Like this is way too flat. We need to add depth to this, or it's going to be really boring. It's a little bit better on the front, but over here, we need to break these, up. And that's essentially the whole reason that we're doing this whole thing, right? So, right here... Let's get rid of some little bits like so, because we said the towers are going to go... Is that right? That is not right. That... Wait a minute. How did I... Yeah, here... How did I do that over on this side? I thought it was 3. Yeah. Is there not enough space over here to actually do that? Oh, no. You know what I did? I know what I did. what I actually did is I centered it. I didn't center it on this actual corner piece. I just made it stick out from the corner piece a little bit. So, like, here, right? And then it kind of comes back over on this side. So 1, 2, 3, corner. 1, 2, 3, corner, like so. So basically, that's our circle, right? And it's not centered on the corner, but it does stick out enough that we can make it work. So I think that will do. So what I need to do now is take this outline, right, of the tower that we just made. And I need to bring that down all the way to the ground and then do the same over on that side as well. All right, guys, I am back and I've got the towers in place, I think. I think they're all good. So we can take the stairs up here. You can see there's access to the towers, like right here. They kind of go all the way up. If we swing up here, here we go. You can see we've got our big central tower on this side, which we can access from the Great Hall. Then we'll have a tower over here with this going all the way up. We're going to have to do staircases, I think, going up here. And then we have the same thing over here on this side, like so. So pretty easy, actually. Now, what we want to do is get some staircases going in these guys, because the thing is, right, obviously there's not really a whole lot of point in having the tower if you can't actually go up said tower. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and create our staircases. This could actually be a little harder than I thought, because what I ultimately want is them to wrap around in kind of a circular manner. Could we get away with a half slab slope? If we just kind of like, you know, basically two wide staircase here. But it needs to have that curve to it, and that's where things get really tricky. I'm trying to figure out. I suppose what we could do is this, right? We could take stone brick or some sort of central pillar type thing, right? We'll just bring it up to there for now. And then what we could do is go kind of like this, right? Kind of wrap it a little bit. And so it's basically just going to end up being like repeated L shapes kind of as you wrap around, but it does give you this nice kind of circular shape, and it does it in such a way that, you know, it looks relatively natural, I think. And, you know, also very importantly, it does allow enough headroom for you to travel up the stairs, because that's also kind of important. Let's just try that out. Let's try finishing this one up. You know, kind of as we go. Yeah, there is enough headroom. Good. Let's just put a torch. Yeah, let's put a torch right there. That should be fine. And we're just kind of doing these L shapes in order to work this as... Ooh, boy. Oh, boy, indeed. That's going to be... Well, maybe it'll still work. Like, we've got these kind of, like, rotating... I don't know. It's a little funky. This might work, though. We'll have to see. We're almost up to the top at this point. There we go. Next L would be here, and of course, right before we hit the top is where I run out of slabs. That's just how it always goes, isn't it? There we go. And that would be, well, actually, I don't like the fact that that comes up right here, though. Like, that's a terrible spot. Although I suppose what we could do is make like a little doorway right here, right? And then we would just get rid of these stairs because they're unneeded. But this is where the tower would actually come out. Although, actually, this tower is going to go up all the way to there. So, ultimately, this stair would probably keep wrapping around and around and around. But we'd have right here a little exit where they could go from the tower out onto the walls, out onto the ramparts. I think that makes sense. And I think this will work. Like, this does give us enough... Yeah, I think that gives us enough space and everything. I think this will work. Also, the stairs go clockwise, because that way, if you're attacking, when you swing with your right hand, right? So I only have to expose my sword arm to the enemy. The enemy, on the other hand, has to swing across, so they expose their whole body. Like, it's a defensive thing. That was actually a true thing that they did. Which reminds me, I almost totally forgot about this. So I've talked about it in some previous videos, but one of the heavy sources of inspiration for this castle project, this whole idea of building a historically accurate castle, at least as best we can, is inspired by another YouTuber, a historical YouTuber called Shadiversity. I'll put a link to his channel in the description, and if I forget, please remind me to do so. But basically, he's a historical YouTuber that does a lot of medieval history type stuff, and he has a whole series where he talks about castles. And he actually just hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, very, very cool. I'm very happy for him. And if you enjoy the historical aspect of what I've been talking about with this castle, like talking about the proper terminology and why they built things in certain ways and stuff, I think you would really enjoy his content, because he does a lot of that. That's where I learned most of this stuff, actually. But I'll put a link to his channel if you want to check him out. I highly encourage you to do so. He's fantastic. Go over and congratulate him on 100,000, because that's a massive, very important milestone. For any YouTuber, and tell him I sent you, because why not? But I do think that we are pretty much out of time for this episode, unfortunately, guys. We got, it doesn't seem like we got a lot done, but we did. The stuff that we did get done is very important. Laying out these different things, putting in the balcony, laying out these towers, all this kind of planning, because the easy part is filling in the blocks, right? Like, I can just pretty easily finish out these towers like this. That's a piece of cake. We can do that during live stream. I can do that while my videos are editing, whatever. Filling in the blocks is easy. It's coming up with the outline that's the hard part. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up right here. My friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.